Hello. So, you want to do Solo Flawless Pit of Heresy on Titan. Well, you've come to the right place. Let's get this started. What I will be using for most of this run is the Crest of Alpha Lupi for healing, some Warmind cell builds, Lament, Ikelos SMG, and Heritage in succession. We'll be switching our loadout here and there, but this will be primarily what I use to complete the dungeon. Also Lion Ramparts. For subclass, we'll be using Sunbreaker with Bottom Tree, Thermite Grenade, Towering Barricade, and Strafe Lift. So let's get started. And I just... did not think about this. We'll be, for the first segment here, we will actually be using a Charged with Light mod called Striking Light, socketed with an Arc mod. It provides 25% damage resistance against combatants while sprinting, which is very good. I use it on all my characters for all my Pit of Heresy runs. I cannot recommend it enough. And feel free to take your time going down. You don't have to just yellow it like I did. Like I said in my other Solo Flawless videos, the neat thing about having a sword, so you can fall a nice distance, block, and survive. Very handy in Pit of Heresy where most of the deaths are caused by falling. I also want to point out I'm running Empowered Finish and High Energy Fire. This works with the Relic and will be able to kill mini bosses faster and more efficiently during Necropolis. So now that we've rallied up, let's get started. I mentioned in all my videos, if you do not kill any ads here, but only the Pit Keeper, the first mini boss will not spawn extra enemies. So you'll get single wizard, you'll get the Shrieker without the ogres, or you'll get the sword-bearing knight without the thrall. So we have coffee bean divided by ice cream cone. We'll go up high to low. So coffee bean first. Hamburger. I don't know what everyone's calling it. Blocking and sword flying consume ammo. I try to avoid it as much as I can. I use Empowered Finish to become charged with light. And as you can see, no ogres are spawning with the Shrieker, so it's a whole lot easier to deal with. These guys are kind of annoying, but like I said, you can block, and it will completely negate any damage. Just use it sparingly, as it will consume your sword ammo, and finding another sword can be time consuming and compromise your run. So we're going to do the same thing here. Get the Pit Keeper weak, finish him for another charged with light stack, and proceed into the room. And now we have Thrall. We don't want to kill the thrall with his sword. It's a waste of ammo. We're going to use a grenade. And that gives us Sun Warrior. Alright, now we have 58 ammo to kill the wizard, or we'll have to find another sword. If you do end up running out of sword ammo, I find that the sword-bearing knights will respawn on the bridges if you kill the ogres on both sides of each tower. Otherwise, you can head to any other tower that wasn't marked with a mini-boss and collect a sword from a knight there. So we could go up to X, or we could go up to turret to immediately get another sword. Like I said, it's very time consuming to use the elevators, so it's most efficient to do the dungeon on one sword. A lot of people prefer to kill the ogres. I find it's best to just block and run past. Now, if that had killed him, we would be healing, but we managed to regenerate our life in time. So you don't need to kill the Revenant Wizards, you only need to kill the Disciple of the Broken Blade. So let's make our shots count. Because each heavy attack costs 3, light attacks cost 1. We can also use our super, but that's a little risky to get so close. Alright, there you have it. That is Necropolis done. On one sword with ammo to spare. I can't speak highly enough for high energy fire. It's incredibly useful here. Now, as you can see, all the ads down there are waiting for us. You don't need to do anything. All you have to do is kill the singular pit keeper, and you will complete the encounter and be free to move on. Doors open, chest is open. The enemies might shoot you in the back, but hey, we don't worry about that. I will assume you know the basics of the dungeon, so I won't have to explain that. This, for instance, is the door. I like to go up, but this is the entrance most people use. The top way's just a little quicker. Now, I always say as we head into the Ogre Maze, it's good on a solo flawless run to take your time getting down. It is very easy to fall to your death here. So just jump down the rocks, take it nice and slow. We don't like to reset. You can take the fall and block with Lament, but these pebbles here will break your ankles. It's happened to me too many times to recount. So, everyone's favorite part, or everyone's favorite part, the maze with the invincible ogres. We have to dunk 3 balls to get through. Always go right. Second door on the left. Not that one. That one doesn't go anywhere. This door. And we're gonna just utilize our solar abilities to survive and clear ads. Now we go back out the way we came. And we will encounter an ogre. This is hardest on Titan because you don't have invis. Make sure to melee when he slams, that way you won't take damage. And just stick to the walls and zigzag and you should be able to get past him. Sometimes he follows us up here, but he's not very smart. Look at him. Not very smart. Alright, the next place we go is the first door on the right. Right here. And just so you know where to go, we came in here, find the parapet, jump over, and go out this door. It's the only other door in the room. It's hard to miss. And we're just gonna wait for the ogre. Or if you want to be more risky, you can try to get out and hope he doesn't chase you into the corner. Melee cancel on him. Dunk the orb. Now the next room we go to is this door right here. First door on the right, looking away from the Chamber of Suffering. And we really have no choice. Make sure to melee. And make your way into the room. Maybe even pop your super. It's good to save it for emergencies. But nothing like starting a fire, healing yourself, and regaining all your abilities back. So, that's the door we came in. There's the circle of bones. Cross over. And exit out the only door in the room. Head this way. And enter everyone else's favorite part, the Chamber of Suffering. Head to the rally banner. The ogres will despawn. And now I'm going to change my mods around. I'm going to put Fire Team Medic. And Warmind's Protection. So as you can see, I'm going to be running a full Warmind cell build. Warmind's Protection, Global Reach, Fire Team Medic, Rage of the Warmind, and we'll be running Wrath of Rasputin. And it's nice to get our abilities back when we use our class ability. As you know, Alpha Loopy heals you when you cast Rally Barricade. We're going to be switching out Heritage for Succession. We'll be using Succession to kill the Boomer Knights that spawn up on the ledges. Let's rally and do this. When you start the encounter, don't just shoot the ads. They'll just shoot back. Run in this direction, and they will all group up and hit them with your grenade. Very easy. Alright, so chamber is as fast as slow as you want it to be. Well, it's 3 minutes at a minimum, but the ads spawn infinitely. So if you think you can just ad clear, you're wrong. It won't work. You'll have to move at a pace. Make sure not to leave the plate for too long. It's never fun to wipe here. And if we have Sun Warrior, we can one-shot the teleporting Boomer Knights. Now just go back and forth, left to right. Kite the ads. Generate Warmind cells. Keep your abilities up. And survive. Let's get another orb. So just be patient. Use your abilities. Clear enemies. And you should be able to stay alive. Save your super for when you are sure you need it. Like, maybe right now would be good. Nope, we have a thrall. And we can make a sunspot. Oh, and that's the last one. We could have done this much sooner. I thought we had 2 more to go. But whatever. You can just see what I did. And, anyway, that's all that was. Yeah, it's despawn. It's certainly harder with the Warmind nerfs. And the, ball duping nerf, but it's certainly still possible. Now I'll be leaving my loadout the same. I'll be switching back to striking light because I like to survive. And here we are. Everyone's other favorite part. The drop down before the maze. Now, you can take it all in one shot if you're not confident. I would suggest standing right here, waiting for the chandelier to swing to the opposite side, and jumping down 2 floors, land right here, and then do it again. Strafe a little to the left. We're out of harm's way with the chandelier. This slog won't kill us. So just wait for that to spin out of the way. 2 floors. And drop down right here. Now we're on this floor before the safety. Stay out of harm's way with the chandelier. Wait for the log to spin. And drop down to safety. There, you didn't lose a run to the stupid drop down that everyone loves. I'm going to be removing Crest of Alpha Lupi because, well, Lion Ramparts. Why on earth would we not run Lion Ramparts? So we'll navigate the maze. Lowercase x, ice cream cone, and capital X. We'll go to ice cream cone first. I'm not going to sword fly or anything fancy. I just like the Lion Ramparts because they extend my jump and keep me from losing a run after doing all that hard work in chamber. Now, with ice cream cone, a mistake I see most people make is going all the way around up those stairs and heading at the wizard head on. Just go through the crack. Ignore the ads. Go through the crack. Jump low. Go through the crack. And meet your friend the wizard. All of our friends will despawn. Well, except for X. Now we're gonna go get lowercase x. So we'll go back the way we came. So you can see all the ads despawned. Be patient with the logs. And be very patient with your jumps. Highly recommend a sword here if you haven't been using one throughout this dungeon. This pillar is the center of the map. The exit is over there. The spawn is back that way. And we're going to go to lowercase x, which is in the top middle. And we want to jump over as the log is going down. And then, in case you encounter this on your run, there is a shortcut. Look, it's the exit. Much easier. So, we'll go over to X over here. And since we've saved it this whole time, we might as well just use it. That is the maze. Now all we have left is the Zulmak fight. For this fight, I'll be running something a little different. We'll go with Protective Light, because we don't like to viz runs after all that time. It's not very fun. We're going to keep Global Reach on. Oh, well, that's silly. We'll be running Helm of Saint 14 with Protective Light. Where did that come from? Oops. We'll be running Ward of Dawn. Saint 14 is very important for keeping your health. It can provide an overshield if you get weak by dipping in and out. And we'll be running Fusion Ammo Finder. I suppose we might as well run double. Global Reach. Let's see what I have here for options. No, I don't want high energy fire. We'll worry about that when we get there. I'm gonna run Incinerating Light. That will help me become charged with light by blowing up a Warmind cell. I'll be running Taking Charge there, so orbs will charge us with light. What more could we ask for? All sorts of ways to get charged with light. And we'll be running the seasonal mod And if you're watching this in another season, just use whatever other seasonal mod there might be, because it's surely overpowered. Just as particle deconstruction is. I personally prefer to use Lucent Blade and Lament, however, you might not be comfortable and it is more risky on a solo flawless run. I would say just take your time, use 1k. We'll be using 7th Seraph Shotgun, but before we start the boss fight, we'll be switching to Cartesian Coordinate. And we'll be using Heritage, so no need for a primary. It's better to be able to kill the ads we need to kill when we need to kill them. And I'm sure if you're more comfortable with any other weapon, I would recommend using whatever you specifically are comfortable with. Just because this is what I'm using doesn't mean it's right. It's only what I'm recommending. And what I'm using in this video. So, with that said, we should be ready to go. Now you'll want to start off the fight with the 7th Seraph Shotgun. Heritage is more of a problem solver. 7th Seraph is ad clear. You start the fight by alerting enemies, but you can kind of walk around and explore. I like to start in front of this tower on the right, stand behind this Heretical Knight, and push him forward with your Seraph Shotgun. That way the Warmind cell it generates will be in the arena, and you'll get it charged with Light Stack. Now the first place I always go is the Shrieker. The Shrieker will shoot you in the back, so it's always the first enemy I eliminate. Again, blocking with your sword will prevent almost all damage. It consumes ammo, obviously, but as you can see, like, it even deflects it. But just use your heavy attack to clear ads. We'll even go ahead and clear a few that spawned. Maybe kill one of the sword bearer knights to make our life a little easier when we dunk this orb. Although he doesn't seem to want to show up today, so. And I like to always go in a circle. I never like to dunk directly in front of where I'm going. Just a little safer that way. There's our Warmind cell, and we've got charged with light again. Now we're heading to the sword bearer, who's very annoying. Keep jumping and using your heavy attack to clear the ads. Make sure to block, because he is very annoying. But just take your time. Once the acolytes are dead, there's no real threat. Now we'll go ahead and dunk the next orb. Now we have 2 charged with light stacks, and we're heading over to our friend the wizard. Can't recommend taking your time enough here. I find it best to stand by the door. That way you can just take cover, take your time. And she's not much of a threat at all. Now you can see there's no ads at all in the arena, just me and Zulmak. Oh well, we've got this Bozo. So these sword-bearing knights are on a 20, 15 to 30 second respawn timer. So before we dunk, we're just going to kill him. And that means nothing is going to shoot us in the back. So once we dunk, make sure to jump because Zulmak throws some nice fire. Pop your bubble far away from him because if he bonks you, you could die. And keep popping in and out and DPSing. Yep, there's the fire. And watch out for the Cursed Thrall. We are at this point abandoning our bubble. And make sure to get out of the arena before he wipes you. Now we have lots of new friends. All of our knights are back. All of the mini bosses are back. And we head straight to the Shrieker. Can run right in the room. Use your heavy swing attack to clear the room. Pick up the orb so it doesn't despawn. Pick up the sword. And maybe clear out any ads you would prefer not to deal with. Like I'll be killing one of the knights. Oh, I didn't get charged with light there, but it's no big deal. Just take your time. And now we move on to the wizard. Okay, well, one charged with light stack is not the best, but better than zero. If you ever get into any issues, you can run around to the back. There's no door here. And it will allow you to just pick off the ads one by one. So, nice and safe back here. Oh, I forgot to change to Cartesian as well. No big deal. I don't think we needed it anyway. Now you can get your sword-bearing knight to come up to you. Kill him so he doesn't give you any trouble. Dunk the orb. And get ready for DPS. Keep an eye on your radar for the Cursed Thrall. And I don't think we're going to get him. So we'll play it safe. And I mean, I could have probably done it in 2 phases, but this is more of an example that just following this strategy, taking it slow, being careful, you can just do this forever. There's really no danger. You don't have to rush. You don't have to dodge like Chamber. You're pretty much free to finish it in your own time. Oh, the orb despawned. It'll come back once we get the other 2, so. Oh, so much for my Warmind cell. I didn't want it anyway. Remember to keep jumping. Keep throwing heavy attacks. And block. Alright, we've got our orb. Let's go dunk it. And remember, just take your time. This is absolutely free at this point. So, don't rush it. Don't do anything silly. By the time you get to this point, you've already beat the run. So we're going to need to dunk this orb. Once we do that, each mini boss area will spawn an orb. It's for what, I guess, a precaution they put in the game if one despawns, if one falls off the map. And once again, we'll kill the knight. Always jump. Drop your bubble far away. And that is Solo Flawless on Titan. If you have any questions at all, or would like to see me do an encounter on a different character, whatever, just let me know. I mean, on a different subclass with different weapons. I don't mind trying anything you suggest. Just let me know. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your runs.